Hey, Kimball here, back again with another replay analysis, this time with Abel doing some threes. It looks like standard, but queuing solo. I think we're in the diamond ranks. Got Starbase going here, so automatically, there's some funky bounces coming, so let's just get right into it. That kickoff is fine. This kind of starts a conversation about just, giving the ball to the opponents. On this map, though, it's so hard to not do that, because really the ideal thing would have been, to drop the ball down and take it up the wall there. But just those angles make it really difficult on this map. This is fine. This happened throughout this video, and I've already watched this and made my notes. Sorry, my controller's disconnecting. But at threes at higher levels, try having the third man a little further back than you may be used to, especially when you're winning. You'll see a lot of high level teams. If you watch RLCS, you'll see those teams with a third man nearly in the net, nearly all the way back. Not quite, just sitting in the goal, but damn near close, ready to stop anything silly from, coming back and going in the net. So try that out, see how that works for you. I've found really good success with it, because if you would have been a little further back here, that would have been a really, really easy, ball to hit. So try that out, and you'll see why. In a couple of instances here, it comes up, and being a little further back would have helped you quite a bit. So let's just get right into this. That was kind of a funky hit, and again, just because you weren't quite in the right spot. And then just being on the wrong side of the ball. Sorry, I'm just gonna turn off my Steam real quick so no more notifications come up. On your way back to the net here, you're really not in a position to do much of anything here. You're under the ball, and to I think it's Kiev. Yeah, this is the only guy back, and really you and your teammates should be either making a better contest, facing that ball like how Kiev is, or rotating back behind him, just because if shit goes down and the ball goes past Kiev, it's an easy goal for Orange team. Luckily, this guy pulls out a 1v3 on the defense. So props to him. That was really fortunate for you guys. Also, I love this update. I can see your boost, which I'm super stoked about. Good try there. Nice pressure. Rotations are good. Your ball. Weird hit. That's risky. Both your teammates are on their side of the field, and you're kind of passing it to them. This is what I meant earlier in the game. Try to, I don't know what the solution would have been there. Maybe getting your nose on the ball and getting it up field a bit, and not, pretty much where Cramilo is headed. This ball, pretty much perfect. Nice little pass to him. So yeah, just be mindful of those. Luckily, nothing came out of it. Good job there. Nice read. He should have scored that. So this is another thing, is that when you're playing solo, solo standard, or just queuing solo in the standard playlist, try to play smart and calculated, and not taking risks. So I'm saying that because this ball, like, you should be going to net here. Because no one's there. You know, your teammates are coming back. You're, like, to me, like, you're a little bit out of position here. So, like, you kind of ball chase. Maybe you just, you know, you're grabbing the boost in front of dude, but you should be on defense here, in my opinion, especially, you know, when you're queuing, you know, solo. So just keep that in mind. You know, try to make good touches on the ball and, you know, good decisions when you're queuing solo. When you're queuing with partners, you know, that you play with more often, they're, you know, more in tune with how, you know, you play, so you can do those kinds of things. But, you know, just be careful. Nice goal there by you too. Nice little dunk. It was nice. Kickoff's fine. I would have, you know, actually liked to see you jump or, you know, get your nose on the ball. How do you do that? Fly, I guess. You know, so that you're not like, because it kind of looked like you drove under it. Oh, that is not 10% at all, was it? Sorry. Let's watch it again. And just go down to 10. So, are you jumping? Late. Okay, you jumped late, and that's how he won. You know, not horrible, but not a great kickoff either, in my opinion. You know, you want to try to hit the ball squarely, but it worked out. You would have had that. Nice job. You should go back here. Let's watch it from wrong way, Woody. This is, well, maybe that wasn't the best person to watch it from. Kiev. Yeah, so, I mean, maybe you think Kiev is kind of holding down the third position, and he has to adjust where he is because you know, you kind of had a weird rotation there. So there's definitely, I mean, you're queuing solo, so rotations are kind of going to be tricky anyways, but yeah, I would have gone back. But, you know, Kiev saw the, you know, rotation change and adapted, which is good. But, I mean, he was not fully committed to being, like, defensive, and, you know, it's kind of the result. And you're not really contributing too much here, you know? You're cheating up, and there's literally no ball to score. So just be aware of that, especially when you're queuing solo, you know, going for the, you know, good, safe plays, especially when you're winning, you know, safe decisions win games. Yeah, a little risky jumping for that, but, you know, it worked out. You're kind of cheating up again, but, you know, you're waiting for a pass. It could have worked out, but just risky. That is how you score goals, though. Nice shot. Didn't work out, but, you know, you put it on net, which is good. This guy's chasing you. Kiev is kind of doing what you did earlier, you know, where he's kind of just with the ball, not really contributing too much there. I really, especially when I queue solo, I hate it when my teammates do that, just because I don't know what, you know, I don't know what they're doing. Like, are they planning on taking the ball and or back passing it to me, or, you know, and you're doing it here, but the possibilities are just, you know, nearly endless, and it makes your teammates have to guess at, you know, kind of what you're doing. When there's no comms, it can be especially bad. That was rough. I don't know that it, you know, needed to be that fancy. Just air rolling, you know, just a tad. Oh, could have gone a long way there, but yeah, that was actually a good pass. Didn't work, but I think you broke rotations here again. Kiev, so where's... Yeah, I mean, I can see why you did it. Just not the safest option, but, you know, you're out to score goals, which makes sense. But, you know, not having a guy back here, which is you, you know, ended up in something really dumb going in your goal. Yeah. So, it's just rotations and positioning. You know, there's some learnings here, positionally, for you to, you know, take. I like to really be a quarter to a third of the way away from my teammates, and you're kind of just sitting here. So I like field coverage versus like a strict rotation, which you know, you're kind of doing, but recognizing when there's no one back and being able to get back and save a ball, it could have, you know, gone a long way on that other play that, you know, the ball just went into your net freely. But you got 2 good saves here in the meantime, because you were just kind of hanging back, and you know, you'll get those easy saves if you're back. That was rough. That was rough. What's going on here? Where's Kiev? Like, I didn't even know where he went. So he's over here. Oh, I think I mean, I don't think Kiev is gonna get that either. And Woody definitely didn't have it. So, I mean, yeah, you own gold a bit, but I think it was going in anyway. And Kiev should have been going to net here, I think. Granted, both you guys are there, and he may have thought that you had it, but oof, rough goal. Rough game so far, too. I mean, you guys came out of the gate with 2 points, and to be down by 1 now with a minute left is rough. You didn't have this. Yeah, I probably would have waited there myself and see, you know, to see what this person did. But pre-jumping and, you know, kind of rushing in on it didn't really, you know, do too much for you. Luckily, and I love seeing your boost gauge now. Like, you seem to do a really good job with your boost management. I don't see you really struggling with that very much, which is good. But damn, rotations here. You need to go back. That's clearly you going back. And granted, you know, Kiev hesitated a bit, it looked like. But he's waiting for this guy's touch to interrupt that dribble, and you kind of challenged in from the side. So that's where those, you know, those strict rotations do make a lot of sense. I'm going to try to look for Kiev here. So you see Kiev going for the ball. And then so he kind of dashes out of your field of view, and then you challenge from the side. So you both, you know, kind of fucked it there, which is unfortunate. This is rough, man. Rough to watch. Oh, the double commit. I don't think there was a good shot there either. Yeah. This game is, I think, kind of mentally over, I can see. Rough game, yeah. I mean, I'll just kind of recap as this is wrapping up here, but, you know, really be careful, especially on this stupid map, like, of giving away possession. It's hard on Starbase, but just giving passes to the other team is never a good idea. And then, just threes at a higher level, try having, the third guy back, past the midfield, like right in between midfield and your net. Like try that out and see how it goes. And especially if you're queuing solo, like don't be afraid to, play a little safer. Stop those dumb goals for going into your net and be the, the reason your team wins, even if you don't have the highest points. And practice being on the right side of the ball, chasing the ball back to your net. As the other team has possession is not really a great idea. You're not going to contribute too much. Maybe you'll get a backboard clear or something like that, but in most cases it just confuses your teammates. And yeah, I mean, just threes with no party, just overall be safe and don't take as many risks. Cheating up and getting those cool, offensive plays and shots are great, but are they really needed when you're up by 2? In my opinion, it's not really worth the risk at that point, unless you're just dominating and feel like you can. But I mean, in this game, I saw you do it a couple times, and you could have been headed back to your net, and in that one case, you could have saved that ball. So yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Kind of a rough game, which is unfortunate. Would have loved to see you, continue that pressure that you had in the beginning and make those plays. But this other team, being partied and being on comms and probably playing together more often, I think caused them to win the game. So, yeah, just unfortunate, but I hope that helps, man. This is going to be my last video for about a week and a half. I'm going out of the country, so I'll try to check in Discord when I can, but if you have any questions, definitely let us know in the coaching channel. That's what we're there for. Again, I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you on the Discord. Peace.